Well, hi there, everybody. You're traveling with Jack and, of course, my heavenly wife, Pam. I come to you tonight on a grief journey message, something that I've learned just in the last 3 or 4 days that I actually learned from Pam, but just put it into practice in the last couple of days. It's right at 8 months now since Pam's been gone. You know our story. We knew each other since high school, married for 37 years, both still working and doing well, and then she got ill and passed pretty fast last year. I'm still working, doing the best I can. And what I come to you with tonight is the fact that people oftentimes, when we walk past complete strangers or whomever, even people at work, they'll pass by and go, "Hey, how you doing?" And the immediate response is, "I'm good, thanks." And you keep going. Well, I remember years ago, Pam and I were leading a Bible study group. And one of the lessons was to ask somebody how they're doing. And the exercise went this way. We looked at one another in the class. You go, "How are you doing?" And they go, "Oh, I'm fine, okay." And you go, "No, how are you doing?" Sometimes it might take 2, 3 times until you got the real answer. And it wasn't always something tragic. Sometimes it was something really good. I'm doing really well. I just got a promotion and a raise at work. I'm doing really well. My little sister just graduated college. Or, "I'm not doing so well. My father's really ill." Or, "I'm not doing that great. My best friend passed away." You get the idea. So I thought, you know what? I'm tired of when people come up to me and they go, "Hey, how you doing?" I go, "I'm fine." Because that's the answer most people want to hear. They don't really have time. Their lives are moving on. But I decided to change that in the last couple of days. So when people come up to me now and they say, "Hey, how you doing?" Even if it's a stranger, I go, "Do you really want to know?" So far, everyone I've said that to says, "Yeah, I do." And let me tell you what my stock answer is. I say, "I'm sad, I'm terribly lonely, but I have moments of joy." And that usually leads into a really productive conversation. Usually not that long, but at least it goes beyond just, "Fine, thank you," and keep walking. I've had 2 encounters in the last day and a half with total strangers doing that. I was on my evening walk here in beautiful Jacksonville, and you can see it's beautiful. There's the walking trail. There's a very nice couple coming towards me. They said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I said, "So you really want to know?" And I told them, I said, "Well, I'm sad, I'm lonely, but I have some moments of joy." And they said, "Why would you say that?" And I told them about how I lost my sweetheart 8 months ago, but every now and then some days are better than others. I tell them our story. And in this case, the couple goes, "You know," the woman said, "My sister died about a year ago. While it's not like losing your husband or wife, I can certainly empathize with how painful it is to lose someone." And we talked about that. Then her husband, who was a fairly young guy, still working, told me that 3 weeks ago he had chest in his pain, had to call an ambulance. They had to put a stent in his heart. We had a really good conversation. We actually exchanged numbers and said, maybe we can get together sometime for lunch. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But we now know more about each other. Roll forward, I'm in a Starbucks coffee shop. There's a young guy, probably in his 20s. We're just standing around waiting for our coffee. He goes, "How you doing?" I go, "Well, do you really want to know?" Gave him the answer. He goes, "Wow, man." He says, "That's so sad." He says, "Do you have a picture of her?" And of course I keep a picture of Pam on my phone. I showed it to him. We started talking a little bit. He then told me how that 2 years ago he was living on the street, didn't have a job, no place to go, and he got in a program here in our area, and now has put his life back together. He has an apartment, he has a car, he has a job. And as we talked a little more, and I said, "I've got to go to work now." He did too, and he said, "Can I pray with you?" I said, "You bet you can." His name was Kyle. And we prayed right there in the middle of the Starbucks coffee shop. Didn't think a thing about doing that. And it was a good time. And we gave each other a hug and said good day. And he said, I'm glad you didn't just say you're doing fine. I said, you too. The point being, guys and girls, when somebody asks you how you're doing, don't just give them the standard answer. Ask them if they really want to know. And if they do, you'll be able to share. If they don't, that's fine. You move on. And you say, that's okay, I understand. Bye now. But it's amazing what kind of doors can be open. I say this because I guess it gets back to what I've said before. God is still working through me. He's still got things for me to do here on this earth. As lonely and as sad as I can be sometimes, Pam must be telling him, come on, give him some assignments. So I'm taking them best I can. Well, that's it. You guys have a great evening. Subscribe to our channel. We have other things on here too, as you well know. Traveling with Jack and Pam. Have a good one. Bye now.